Joe, let me ask you this. You like a Trixin and a Treatsin?
Hey, 1981's Trick or Treats. Um, this film was directed by a guy named what the fuck, Gary Graver. Yeah, and he worked in all kinds of shit, but primarily Tom, he was a cinematographer for erotic films. But this one he directed. He's in the director's chair. He directed a lot of other shit too, but this one he took the opportunity to give who I think is his son a starring role. And what's this kid's name?
Louis Anderson.
Louis Anderson, a kid that looks a bit like Larry Anderson.
Louis Anderson from the cartoon.
Yeah, Life with Louie. What the fuck's this kid's name?
Cats lick the butter.
Chris Graver? I don't know. It doesn't matter, Tom. So, this movie starts out with this lady having breakfast with her husband. He's fixing to go to work, but he's eating his eggs Benedict and reading the Wall Street Journal. And I don't know, there's a knock at the door. She goes to answer it. It's some guys from the loony bin. They're coming to take him in. They're coming to put a straitjacket on him. But this guy's not going to go quietly into that good night, Tom. No, he fights it. Kicks him into the pool. But all is for naught because they take him to the asylum anyway, Tom. Well, 4 years later, Halloween. And this lady's taking a shower before she goes to work or whatever she does. We get a shower scene with no nudity, which kind of sucked. And she gets a phone call from her boyfriend, who is a stage performer, doing Othello, even though he's a white dude.
Shout out to Steve Railsback.
Yeah, well, it's old Steve Railsback.
Cultural appropriating fuck.
Well, she gets another call, and it's a lady saying, "Hey, why don't you come babysit?" Well, my boyfriend's performing. I don't give a fuck. You come babysit, bitch.
Yeah, she like works for a babysitting agency or her talent agency
Yeah.
is saying, "Hey, watch this kid or you're not going to get any roles." It's kind of doesn't make sense. It's either one of those two though.
But hey, that's Hollywood. And anyway, well, she's got no choice. She's got to go over there. And, well, it's that lady, that put her husband in the loony bin. And now her son's a bit older and fatter. And she's been fucking David Carradine this whole time, Tom. And they're going to a party. They're going to fly out to Vegas and go to a party. So they need this lady to babysit. And like, hey, I haven't met your son. Well, he's around here somewhere. We'll see you, bitch. And, well, David Carradine hits on her a little before they take off.
I mean, it's probably a little more than hitting on her, right?
Yeah.
Sexually assaults her, maybe?
Well, she
No,
seems
but she's into it, yeah.
right. If it's welcomed, it's not assault, Tom. There's a fine line between it all. I'm not going to get into it on this show. Well, anyway, turns out this kid wants to be a vaudevillian magician, Tom. And he's, watched the greats, like Charlie McCarthy and I don't know whoever was a magician back then. But he knows all the old tricks, Tom, like maybe from the 40s and the 50s and such. He's got one of these little guillotines, that can make it look like he's getting his head not chopped off, but cut into. And he has these fake knives with the blades that go into the handle and shit like that. And all he wants to do, Tom, is some tricks. He could give a shit about treats. He just wants to fuck with this babysitter.
He's a big fat guy, big fat kid. So the character's a big fat kid. So the character gives a little fuck about treats.
He is. And he just fucks with her, pretends like he's getting into accidents and she freaks out, and after a while she says, "Hey, look, man, let me tell you about this story called The Boy Who Cried Wolf." And that does it.
Yeah, she says the story of the boy who cries wolf, and then she looks at him and says, "Little fat kid, do you understand what I'm saying?" And he says, "Yeah, I got you, bitch." And then goes to plan more goofy shit. Like, the best part about this movie is fucking probably that the kid has the fucking Maniac soundtrack on vinyl. That
Yeah.
means he's into some dope shit. But this kid's fucking responses and just, "Fuck you, I'm a fat little rich dick." I was gonna say, oh, you can't though, because it's a kid and all, but
Give us a kiss, doll. He does shit like that. He's funny. But meanwhile, Tom, his dad has been in the asylum for over 4 years, and it's a two-room asylum. You know, it's mainly like a day room where they can like play dominoes and cards, and the other one's like the room where they all sleep in. Hey, fuck it. He chloroforms a bitch to get out of there. Where he got chloroform from, I don't know. Uh, but he escapes, steals a car, steals a nurse's uniform. Where's that?
because that's the bitch that he chloroformed was a nurse. Like, this nurse is just going this lady nurse by herself is just going bed to bed in a fucking male loony bin dormitory.
Well, there's
Some
been
broad snuck in there and was getting her fuck on, and she's just like, "Oh, get out of here, Bertha, you crazy whore." She, like, doesn't even care, which why would you?
yeah. So he's trying to get to the house that he used to live at, and he keeps calling and like, hey, I'm coming for you, you bitch. And the babysitter thinks it's the kid, playing tricks, because he can do voices and shit. He's pretty good at that. But no, it's the ex-husband or whatever the fuck he is trying to get home. He's dressed like a nurse, walking down Hollywood Boulevard. And goddamn, if you want to get action, be a man and dress like a nurse going down Hollywood Boulevard because you will get hit on. And he does, he does.
Puts makeup and shit on too.
Yeah, it does the whole thing,
Doesn't help.
No, it doesn't. But
Would not trap anyone.
he gets to the house after the kid's done joke after joke
Well,
on
you
him.
gotta talk about that screwy fuck with the pint in his fucking jacket pocket trying to suck a cock off this fucking nurse.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's the guy hits on him. Oh,
I've been drinking, I'm sorry.
yeah. Uh, yeah. In the meantime, she's still getting trick or treaters and shit too. And the kid does pull a good gag with the whole door knocker. So tying a string to the door knocker and knocking at it. And she keeps getting up to answer the door, but there's nobody there, Tom. Nobody there.
I mean, there is a shot though where she walked where that string would have hit her in the fucking face.
Mhm.
It just doesn't. Even if the string was limp, it would have hit her somewhere. Like, she would have crossed so far past like the separating line of where that string was, she would have felt it. But this babysitter, she is just so dumb.
It is
She's
pretty.
she's one of the dumbest fucking people I've seen in a movie in a while, but I mean, I'm sure we'll get to that.
But she's got a friend, that is an editor, a film editor, and she calls on her because she needs some, I don't know, face shots or something dropped off somewhere or something. Hey, can you come
But
pick?
before that, we get a 10-minute scene with these two lady editors talking about how important an editor is to your movie.
Mm-hmm.
So much so that you would think, did an editor direct this movie?
No, he's more of a cinematographer, so I don't know. Um, but yeah, you would think that because it is a peculiar scene. But anyway, this girl says, "Yeah, yeah, I'll take this stuff to you, or I'll pick it up, whatever she's doing, because I'm going to my hairdresser." And
It's fucking 11 o'clock.
yeah, it's the middle of the night.
It is LA though.
Yeah, Well, that's true. And she might have been going to a party later. Who knows? But yeah, she goes over there and, well, after some cat and mouse type shit, she's killed by the dad because he's already gotten to the house. And I don't know. She's pretty fine. This movie could have used some nudity with that chick, but nope. This guy who drew, cinematographed some porn movies didn't bother to get this chick to take her clothes off, and the movie suffers for it. But yeah, that's pretty much the movie. The guy's there, and the kid at one point, we think he's dead. We think the dad killed him, and I thought that would have been pretty cool. Roop and I were surprised. Oh shit, they killed the kid. Didn't see that, but no, he was just sleeping.
Yeah, and I mean that scene's kind of bullshit. Like the kid clearly washed the shit off of his face, but then in the next scene he's laying in the bed. There's like some dark stuff, not blood, but some dark stuff that would make you think, what the fuck? Coming out of his ear, going down to his neck. And
Probably.
then, yeah, probably chocolate because he slept on a candy bar.
Mm.
But then the fucking dad comes and just cleans his knife off. And it's just like, well, that's just telling us that, oh no, you're fucking us. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's a big fuck you to anybody watching it. Hey, we weren't smart enough to figure something out, so we'll just clearly show you that the kid's dead, but oh no, just kidding, get fucked. Oh well, that's kind of this movie.
Mm-hmm. I liked it.
There was good ideas here. Shit could have happened. They just didn't follow through with it.
Yeah, it's a good movie, and I'm not recommending that anybody watched it, but I got some laughs. I thought the kid was really, really good. Probably the best person in the movie. Even the dad had some all right moments. It's a fucking weird, goofy movie. Not good, but I think there's enough entertainment value for at least a one watch. Don't get together with friends and watch. It's not that kind of like stupid fun, but it is stupid, and I did have fun.
I guess if you've seen everything else, it's a little spooktacular, but it has a lot of stuff that could have went places and they could have used it and they just didn't.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's just like the kids, he's funny. Like he's a little fucking bullshit kid that you can be like, "Oh, that fuck," and laugh at his smart aleck comments.
Yeah.
But nothing else is really followed through with. Like some of the trick-or-treaters at the door should have got killed and we should have seen these gore effects. Like something just should have been there and happened.
Yeah, it definitely needed, like I said, some nudity and some kills, some good looking kills. But again, this one has boring, cutaway shit that doesn't look good at all.
Yeah, almost, but not really. I don't know.
Thanks for checking out the show. We hope you dug it, baby. If so, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe and let us know down below. Support Tom and Joe by heading over to dwnproductions.net and fastcustomshirts.com. Until next time.